Moondog here. We are at SHOT Show 2024 and we're going to be going over to the Arken booth to interview Jade Struck. She's an instructor, former competitive shooter, model, actor, evangelist, and all around a really fun person to talk to. So let's get to know her. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So I got a couple of questions for you. And for those of you, some of my for viewers out there, Jade is just an amazing competitor. I think a lot of people know you from like the viral Keanu bit that you did over at Taryn.
Right. I just think this. I have found myself really enjoying working with civilians because there's real need for proper firearms handling and it serves them in their life. I think for me, in terms of like my feelings on like training with actors, of course, like there's some wonderful people that I've worked with, but I just feel like, firearms are tools, they're not toys. Right. They should be treated with respect and authority. Absolutely. And that should be from the jump. And I just think that if we're gonna be teaching anybody, that needs to be the #1 priority of importance, not looking cool on camera, not videos on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that. And I'm not talking about anybody specifically in terms of celebrities when I talk about that. Keanu was a great student. Everybody asked about him. He's a wonderful human being. He is a sharp shooter. He cares. He really wants to be safe and effective. So he was great. But I just think too, like overall, Hollywood are some of the loudest voices against firearm ownership.
Ironic.
But yet they use them for their films. And so I would just like to see, a little bit of like...
A little more respect?
More respect and like more... We're never going to see it from Hollywood, so it's fine. I just think, again, firearms are tools, not toys. They shouldn't be used to be looking cool, but they should be used for a specific purpose with authority and respect, and that's what I think.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Thank you.
And I wouldn't say I grew up in Hollywood. I grew up in Los Angeles, but I certainly knew the type. I went to high school with folks who went on to become celebrities.
I think when you live in California, when you live in Southern California around LA, I grew up in Simi Valley. It's only an hour away.
Yeah. So I grew up over in Tahunga, over near Pasadena.
Yeah. And so I think it's just everybody knows kind of everybody.
Yeah.
I think my dad delivered hay to like Sam Elliott, shit like that. So, oops, sorry.
No, that's good.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
everybody kind of, it's La La Land. Yeah. Everybody lives in it. I'm so glad I left California.
Girl, yes.
I'm just glad to be out.
Oh, no, shit. I forgot. We moved back to California.
You're in San Francisco?
Yes.
Holy crap.
We were living in New York for about 11 years, which is actually even
Up
worse.
North? Or no?
In New York City, so even worse gun laws over there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, we moved back to take care of family.
That's nice.
And
that's our only responsibility in life.
Absolutely.
Is to take care of our family.
Yeah.
And then have children so that they can take care of us. And then God said,
circle of life.
Yep, multiply. Steward my earth and be good shepherds of it. And
Absolutely.
That's what we're supposed to do. Family is everything. Period.
100%.
Thank you.
All right, so my other big question, I'm a big gamer. What was it like to find out that you were the face of Iskra?
It was funny because everything is kind of a slow burn. And I remember I was gonna go do a shoot and they had said, they're thinking about wanting to make you a character. And I'm like, that's great.
How did they approach you about that?
So I got hired on by a company called Tac Gas, and Tac Gas does all of the imagery. They're an awesome brand. You got to check them out. They're like an armor, and so they work with Activision. They work with other companies.
Doing mocap, or is it modeling?
It's I think it's a bit of everything.
Okay.
Right. At least for me, I was coming from the modeling side, and I needed work at the time. And it was a modeling gig. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And it was the most fun experience ever. This was before I found out that I was going to be Iskra, but we had some shooters there, some people from the industry that we knew, and then some people that we had just met that were more models that didn't ever handle firearms. So I'm like, in true my fashion, I'm like, let's line up in a line and let's start dry firing. You know what I mean? Let's get this. Because also to, invest in the shoot, I want everybody to be able to look like they know what they're doing and be confident. Sorry about that. So anyways, that was fun. It was a great time. And then they called me and they're like, yeah, we're greenlighting you for a character. We didn't even know what it was going to be. And it was the coolest, most fun thing, going in and getting scanned, and everybody at Activision was so lovely. And it just was awesome. But I think the payoff for Call of Duty, the best part about it was how much the kids love my character, And if she is a character, she's not me. Doesn't have my voice, doesn't have my movement, doesn't really even have my body. It's just my face. But so many kids love her. And it's great because like the parents would be like, my child loves Iskra. Like, can we take a picture? I'm like, yes, take a picture, show your kids, be the cool parent. I will send you home with like signature stuff and patches and stickers and stuff so that the kids can show their friends. It's just awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, whose decision was it to go with a full shaved head on that?
Well, my head was already shaved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I shaved my head. I just needed a fresh start. You know, I was kind of going through some stuff and I just like wanted to shed old skin, and I don't regret it at all, but this is the technical side of it.
Okay.
That's like the emotional side of it. This is the technical side of it. I had half a shaved head, right? Then I shaved the other half, and then I cut my hair into like a long bob. And then I was like, okay, I'm over the long bob. I never style it. My hair's always up. I have to do something, and I would not for the life of me go through growing out the sides with my hair being a long bob. I couldn't do it. So I just shaved the whole thing off. I'm like, let's start fresh. My hair was so dead from the pink hair days. So bad. So bad. So I just reset it, had a great time. And I think, you know, having that shaved head got me Call of Duty. But more than that, I think it was just something that I did as a part of my timeline.
That's interesting, because I would have thought, they might have asked you to do it, doing a G.I. Jane.
I would have totally done it if they asked me to do it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to give me an excuse to change my hair.
See, this is a professional right here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
None of this, we'll CGI out your mustache.
No, we're shaving all of it. We're shaving it all off. So if I got a job and they're like, we want you to shave your head again, I'd be hesitant towards it because I'm not in that era anymore. Like, I'm not, you know, I love my hair and I'm happy.
It looks gorgeous. How long did it take it to grow to this
So
point?
I have extensions in, I just got them. So my hair's probably down here. And I shaved my head probably 4 years ago. So I think it's taken 2 years to get here. It's been fun. Like, honestly, it's been like the most fun thing. Like, where's it at? What are we doing with it? But it got to a point and I'm like, was at that long bob stage again, which I don't like. And I was like, add more. Instead of shaving it, add more.
Well, this works.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. As a competitive shooter, what are your tools of the trade?
Oh, okay. So here we go. Okay, so let me just preface this by saying I haven't competed in a while.
Oh, okay.
I do, but here's the thing is everything I do comes from a competition mindset and background. But I've also, you know, really implemented, you know, I'm married to a Marine and I love him dearly. And I love all, you know, when you marry a Marine, you marry the Marine Corps and everybody in it, right? So all of my friends that have really kind of taken me under their wing to expand my knowledge of not just firearm handling, which is what I'm really good at and what I gained from competition, but also like real world application. You know, I've been carrying every day. I'm kind of showing everybody what that looks like for me. And I teach intro to safety courses that don't include firearms, but include like layers of safety and how to be safer in the world situationally and self-awareness. So that's been great. So I think I've kind of transitioned out to more of a applicableness in real life.
Okay.
But my tools, of course, I've been working with Arken now. The funny thing is, like, I just started working with Arken, but I've been running Arken Optics for like over a year.
Oh, what do you have on your guns?
So I have the LPVO8 power, and that's called an EPL8.
Yes.
And then I also have the EPL4 on my long.
Oh, the EP8. Sorry, that's the EP8.
That's the EP8.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. We're just. All I know is 1 to 8. It's freaking clear as all get out.
Yeah.
Like the edge to edge clarity is stunning. And what I like about them, you know, for me too, like, competition, like you're shooting multi-$1,000 equipment. For me now, I'm like, look, I want to appeal and be relatable to the everyday shooter, which I am, right? Like, I am the everyday shooter.
Now you're the everyday shooter.
Right. Well, and to be honest with you, I think it's like a great place to be at because, like, it's not, there's none of that kind of pressure that comes from competition that isn't really even enjoyable. You know, I do love competing still. I've competed since, like, my big competition days. But I just like to be there.
Yeah, do you get asked to do like charity events in terms of as a competitor?
Not really, but I mean, I'd be more than happy to do it, you know, and we've talked about me putting on my own matches and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'll get back out there. We just moved to Texas, which has been very fruitful.
Where are you in Texas?
We're in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Dallas is wonderful. Love it so much. God bless Texas for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, but so my tools, you know, I'm running Arken Optics on all my rifles. I'm working a Jigsaw rifle right now. They make a great, like, standard mil-spec AR, super light, like under 7 pounds.
Oh, nice.
Markets for like, I think $600, which is a great.
Get out of here.
Great, get in, start shooting, build it to how you like it, and then like progress onward. They also make a really great custom built 18-inch rifle for long distance, a barrel for long distance.
Are you getting more into that as well? Or?
I am. I just got a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Oh.
So remember, like, I started in hunting.
Yeah.
So, like, my love is long distance. Now, I've never been formally taught how to do it yet, which is why I'm relying on Arken, because they're going to really teach me all the tricks of the trade. But also, I'm blessed to have some Marines in my life that are freaking kick ass at all of this, you know? So, but yeah, so I'm getting back into long distance, really looking forward to it. Got a great 6.5 build that Jigsaw just built for me. And then, yeah, in terms of pistols, like I'm kind of shooting a little bit of everything. Shoot a Glock, shot the Springfield Echelon.
Oh yeah, how'd you like that?
I like it. Yep, I'm shooting my 2011 that I really love, Old Faithful. His name is Bruce. After Bruce Wayne. He is the Batman pistol.
Very good.
Love him so much.
I didn't realize you were such a Batman fan.
I love Batman. I love him so much. So
you got another one over here too.
Yes, I know. I see. Yeah. So yeah, love Batman. And then you know, I'm not shooting much shotgun these days. Jigsaw built me a little AR build. Genesis is coming out with some really great stuff. And I'm friends with the guys over at Genesis, Cody Cohen, if he ever sees this, which he probably won't, but Cody, you're the bomb. And so is Steve and Rich and everybody over there, so it's great. Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of running and feeling. I've been working with a lot of suppressors lately. I'm working with Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest suppressor dealer.
Oh, good.
They're awesome guys. They help you fill out all the forms for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, they work the $200 tax stamp into the overall cost. Doesn't cost anything for them to fill out your forms for you and deliver it straight to your door.
Now that's service.
It is service.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Customer service is unparalleled. And so I've been getting into this presser game, which I was kind of scared about for a while. Just because, you know, you're like going to be on a list and you're like, what's the list? You know, and who's looking at the list?
That's really the big question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is the thing is I'm like, you know, like, screw it. I want suppressors. My hearing is going. Like, I have really bad hearing, especially after spending 8 years on the range.
I was gonna say, even with you know, your standard ear pro, there's a finite amount of decibels that it can pull down, and really short of doubling or tripling up on things. If you shoot as much as Jade does, or Jade has, it's gonna wear.
And also with teaching too, like I work with a lot of women, and you know, we have these innate kind of drawbacks of like, oh, it's loud, and working with kids, like it's kind of scary. And so when you add the suppressor on the end, for one, it makes it look cool, but two, it helps just bring those decibel down and also change the recoil pattern. So it's just, for me, I'm like, this is a great thing to add as an instructor into my toolbox, but also as a shooter who spends a lot of time on the range, and also as a hunter, I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
The benefits outweigh the mystery of who's looking at the list, and also the fear of, you know, I'm going to apply for these suppressors, don't know what I'm doing. That's why Capital Armory is so great, is because they just fill out all the forms for you.
Oh, that's great.
So you don't even need to worry about it. And it's like going to the doctor. Like, you know all the answers to the questions that they need. You just fill in your online portal. They fill it out for you. It's done.
That's great.
It's great.
That's a huge endorsement.
Thank you. Yeah, they're the bomb. And they treat me well. And I think that's the thing is, the people that I'm working with, the people that I'm surrounded with, the friends that I have in the community now, like everybody is so wonderful. Like Michael Benedict is the president here at Arken Optics. He's a Christian. Like we aligned spiritually, ethically, and you know, our relations with me and all my company is like very loving and kind and like family. And I think for me, like I just want to work with people that care about their customer base, because at the end of the day, I'm a consumer.
Yes.
You know? I want to be treated well. I care about customer service. I haven't, you know, I'll like do recon on ranges, like when I'm going to go teach.
Yeah.
And I'll call them and I won't say, hey, my name's Jade, blah, blah, blah. I'll just call and be like, hey, I'm an outside instructor. How do they treat me? I want to know. Because if I'm going to be sending people there, if I'm going to be there, I want to make sure that they're treating the people that are going to come, not just from me, but trust me, well. So it's important to me.
That's smart.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't ever want anyone to be steered wrong or be like, you know, put into the hands of somebody that doesn't give a shit about them. Like,
that is so
just want to take their
conscientious.
money. Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, that's a good thing about you. You're really, you've got a good spirit.
Thank you. Praise God. This is all from God, baby.
Amen.
If it's up to me, I would not be here. For sure. And I would not have the blessings that I have in my life. I wouldn't have the skill set that I have in my life. I was thinking about this the other day, like the way that I approach my teaching, like the methodology of being like very step-by-step oriented, the way that I teach, you know, the discipline that I've had in shooting, that is not me. Like that is absolutely a gift from God. I dropped out of high school I didn't know what I was going to do. God put me in rooms that I was there to learn something, but gain something from, come through it. And then really also just to spread the word of how good God is and how great Jesus is. And like, he saved someone like me who doesn't deserve it. Like, I'm not worthy, you know.
But you are.
I'm not, but not of his grace. But you know what? I'm grateful. So like, at the end of the day, that's it. And like, none of us are worthy. There's only one perfect person, that was Jesus Christ. And like, we are here to learn from him and emulate him. But at the end of the day, like, I would not, like, all of this that I care about is from God. It's a gift from God. I thank him every single day. Praise the Lord. For real. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah.
And it's important that we listen.
Yeah.
That we're open to listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the Holy Spirit speaks, and he's out there working.
We just gotta open ourselves up and just shut up and listen.
Yeah, and receive. You know, it's good.
Amen.
Thank you.
So, I'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
I got 2 other questions for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm long-winded, sorry.
No worries. This is
I
good.
get into it.
This is good.
I go all the way around. Sorry.
So you've been trying out Arken stuff. What would you suggest they get into next in terms of product? What are you looking for? I mean, you love the EP8. I hear
love
that.
the EP8. Like, I just love it so much.
If there was anything you would tweak on that.
Well, I have to tell you, I don't ask me that, because I don't know any. Here's the thing, I'm a shooter, right? So if people come to me and they're like, hey, how's this? I'm like, if you're looking for technological stuff, it's not me, right? I just know, how does it shoot? How does it feel behind it? Like, I'm all based off of feeling when it comes to running stuff. The EP8 is great. I forgot what I was going to say about it, but I wouldn't change it because I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, other than I really like the way that it is. But they just came out with the Zulu. Have you seen that? It's a night vision.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm going to take a look at that today.
Awesome. So they've really outdone themselves with that. But then also, what I would love to see, I know that they have plans for it, is like, let's get into the red dot game, baby. You know, I just really respect that Arken's like, no, everything that we do is going to be the best that we can do before we go and do something else. And they've done it. And I mean, the Zulu is awesome. It's so innovative. And, you know, their long distance scopes are freaking awesome. And it's just like, so when they get there, they get there. I'm not rushing them because they really are great at what they do and they take their time in doing it. And I just appreciate it.
That's great.
Thank you.
And one other question. Mm-hmm. I know you said your husband's a Marine, mm-hmm. and you're one of the most fit competitors. I like that. Look at that.
Sorry, I have to, because if I don't, they're not going to be here anymore. You have to get that tension in there.
So, I'm sure you do PT with him. Sometimes you maybe go do some runs. I got to ask you, mm-hmm. if you go on a run with your husband, can you drop him?
What do you mean?
Can you outpace him, outrun him?
On the firearms?
No, I mean in terms of just going physical training.
No.
Okay.
No, nothing. No one can. I'm telling you, like, I've seen this man, the way that he works, and I love him so much because he is tenacious, you know, and he's got an amazing heart, and God has had his hand on him since the beginning. God bless him, because he's been through a lot. Rudy Reyes is an animal. Like, he was a martial artist before he was a Marine. Like, hardcore, traveled across around the world, championship martial artist in Kung Fu, and then also karate. If I don't say it like that, he's gonna beat my ass.
I love karate! I love karate!
Not really, but you know what I mean? He hates it. He's like, don't say it like that. So he's a martial artist. You know, the hardest thing he had done before he was 40 was drink green tea. He was a vegetarian for a while. Like, he was really, really an amazing student. So he can fight, but he can train. And, you know, he keeps the spirit alive. Like, he always is competing against himself and nobody else. And I think people, when they see men like Rudy, they think like, oh, they're on steroids. He's not. Oh, those are fake muscles. They're not. Because what I love about him too is, like, he backs himself up. Like, he is a face eater, right? But also, like, and he's a kind person. And I think it takes, you know, knowing how far you can go to really be able to be a humble and kind person. And wait till you meet him. Like, he really is the sweetest guy ever.
Oh, wow.
But those muscles work, and I could never outrun him. Never. I don't even want to. Like, that is such stiff competition. And when you say we train together, like, we don't. We train beside each other. We're awesome, like, you know, training buddies in a sense, where we just, like, we're constant high fives, constant good jobs, like, really good just support of one another.
That's key.
And it's awesome because he's taught me about physical fitness. You know, like I used
really?
to work out. Yeah, I used to work out but not know what the hell I'm doing. I think a lot of people are that way, you know? But then he showed me, like, this is how we started from the beginning. And I remember I had to humble myself and say, Rudy, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and, you know, humble myself in the sense of, like, I didn't want to seem like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. So I said, I need you to teach me how to squat, how to lunge, how to pull up, how to push up, and how to plank.
Yeah, and it's important to do that so you don't injure yourself.
Right, and so you understand what's happening. And so he taught me all that. And then we started doing Olympic lifts. You know, we can work with any kind of equipment. He's taught me that anywhere can be your gym. And there's not an excuse for you not to train. And your mind is a liar, right? When you're like, I don't want to work out, I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. No, your mind is a liar. And I've discovered, and I can say this now confidently, that when I don't want to work out, I have the best workout ever.
Really?
Because I didn't want to be there, but I'm there and I show up and I get after it. But I still have to remind myself, because I know that now, because I've done it enough times now where I'm like, I know when I don't want to do this, I'm going to have the best workout. Same thing with like training on the range. Like when I don't want to do this, I know that I'm going to really make it a point to have a great day because I'm showing up and it's not going to be in vain. What am I doing today? I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to do something. And he's just taught me that, you know, physical culture and physical strength it's not just a lifestyle, it's a way of being. You know, when you value yourself, for one, yeah, you'll see a physical response that's great, but it's inside.
Yeah.
You know, like the confidence you get from looking at, you know, a stack, like a barbell with 150 pounds on it, and I'm like, I'm gonna squat that for 6 reps, and it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna fucking do it, right? Excuse my language. But I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And you know what I do is I listen to worship music when I train.
Oh.
And it's rock.
Who are you listening to?
I love Brandon Lake.
Oh.
I love him so much. He has a song called Count 'Em, and it is and here's the thing about me, I have one song, I listen to it on repeat. I don't know if that makes me crazy, but I listen to that one song for the entire workout, and it fires me up because I go, you know, God, give me your strength. I'm gonna dedicate my time here read the word in the morning and give God the first fruits of my day, but I want to give God also like the fruits of my work. Yeah. Like I commit my work to him in shooting, I commit my work to him in the gym, I commit my conversations that I have in the world to him, and I give it to him, like, use this, and he does. He's so great. That's why I say, I'm like, it's not me, guys. Like, it's God. It's all God.
That's great. I'm going to start doing that myself.
You should.
Yes.
The workout, the worship music in your workout is going to light you up. I'm not kidding you. I'm like so strong. I'm like, I'm not gonna lift this bar. God's gonna lift this bar. Let's go. And I do it. And it's awesome. You know what I mean? You remember, like, Jesus sacrificed himself on the cross. The least I can do is lift this stupid barbell.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I mean? So that's how I get after it.
Well, I can't think of any better, Andrew.
Thank you.
Great spirit, great competitor.
Thank you.
Great woman. Thank you, Jade.
My friend. Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Check out Arken.
Moondog, out.
I want to thank Arken Optics for giving me the opportunity to interview Jade Struck, and let me know who you think I should interview next. Another competitive shooter, a shooting sports influencer, or maybe even a lawmaker. Leave me a comment. And of course, I'm going to be testing and reviewing Arken's newest optics, including their new thermal sight, later this year, so be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified when I post that next video. Thanks for watching. Moondog, out.